Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's non-conference basketball doubleheader between the Rapid City Stevens Raiders and your host, the Brookings Bobcats. This contest is being conducted by the administration of Brookings High School under the guidance and regulation of the South Dakota High School Activities Association for your enjoyment and educational benefit of high school students. We encourage you to support your team in a positive manner while pursuing victory with honor. Sportsmanship is all about respecting the game, each other, and your chance. Please enjoy the game and support the student athletes while modeling their sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you please stand, remove your hat, and show proper respect to the flag for the pledge of our national anthem. Now, let's please say hello to the Brookings Bobcat cheerleaders. Cheer us sign out.
Welcome everybody to day 2 of this doubleheader action. Brookings taking on Rapid City Stevens today. And as always, alongside Alec Johnson, this is Andy Lee for the call. And it's a pleasure to have you join us today.
Yeah, it's great to be back. It seems as though, went home last night, closed our eyes, went to bed, woke up, and we are right back here in the gym. But an excellent Saturday for some basketball. Like you had said, Rapid City Stevens in town. We'll see if the girls can overcome what they had wanted to do last night. Couldn't quite get the W against Central, so we'll see if they can change up a few things and come away with a win against Stevens.
Yeah, it was overall a good day for the Bobcats. I know they went 0-2, but overall good performances. The boys obviously a chance for the win at the buzzer late last night around 10 p.m. And the girls were right there as well. Again, it was a 44-36 win for the Cobblers. But you'd like to see if the girls can get a quicker start today, Alec. Again, the first quarter yesterday, it was a 15-6 advantage for Rapid City Central.
Yeah, and something we've talked about all year with the girls is, really limiting those turnovers. I know that's something Coach McClagan has also talked about with his girls. Having 16 in the first half last night was obviously too many. And like you said, a 15-6 first quarter is not what the Bobcats needed. They had some bad possessions to end the first quarter, to end the second quarter. So again, I think if they can, take care of some of those turnovers that they had, some costly turnovers, I think they do stand a good chance coming in against, Rapid City Stevens, who is 8-1. So this is a very talented Rapid City Stevens team. But if Brookings can handle the basketball a lot better, especially if they are pressed, which we've seen them being pressed a lot this year, if they can handle that press a lot better than they did last night, I think it'll be a much more competitive game for the girls.
Yeah, and Stevens looking for a little more blood here. Again, they come to the east side. They get a nice win yesterday against Watertown, and Watertown's no slouch for the girls, Alec, and they beat them. They come into Watertown, and it was kind of an odd day for them. Didn't get to leave till about 10 a.m. We're supposed to leave around 6:30 their time, so didn't even get the freshman games in. So you think, maybe a little bit out of whack. You'd see a lack in performance, and they come in and beat Watertown 50-29, Alec.
Exactly, yeah, that kind of just proves, how good of a team they are when your road plans are all messed up. And like you had said, the schedule just changes, but still they went into Watertown last night and gave them a little beating. So hopefully Brookings, comes out tonight and they're ready to go. Tonight. I'm going to be saying tonight a lot. Hopefully Brookings comes out this afternoon and they're ready to play so they can start off this doubleheader with a win.
And we're about to get set to go here. Again, starters for Brookings: Ostreim, Wilson, Burns, Smith, and Shelsta. Looking at Stevens, it's Talia Porter, Macy Wathen, Jillian Delzer, Jaden Watkins, and I believe it is number 21, Jada McNabb. Those are the 5 starters. And a little bit different today. We're used to Brookings being in white, Alec. They've got the away uniforms on, black jerseys, red trim. You look at Stevens, they've got the white jerseys, blue trim. It's a skip pass over to Ostreim. It's tipped away, gets into the hands of Smith, and then it's tipped away from her. Goes into the hands of Porter, the 5'8 freshman. So again, the freshman tries to get things going, had a chance at a wide open right-handed layup, missed it, gets her own rebound, then she's blocked it by Wilson. Gets it outside to Porter. Up top, 3-point shot off the mark, no good. That was Jillian Delzer, the 5'8 senior, and it was Ostreim who comes down with the rebound. So scoreless here after 45 seconds.
And maybe the black jerseys is just what Brookings needs here to get a dubs. You know, we've seen them in their home whites a lot, but now maybe the black is what they need. Ostreim was on the right wing. Kind of got tipped away from her. She had picked it back up, but then her right foot was just out of bounds, so it's going to be a turnover possession to the Rapid City Stevens.
So again, right
Raiders.
now, we've got 2 possessions for the Bobcats, and that's 2 turnovers, something they cannot have. Yesterday in the game against Central, it was 16 in the first half, so they've got to be careful here. It's a 2-3 zone from Brookings. Top of the key, it's Porter. Gets it down low, and it was tipped away from Shelsta. Comes into the hands of McNabb. McNabb goes corner over to Delzer. Delzer skip pass to the left side. They go back to the top of the key to McNabb. McNabb guarded by Logan Smith. She kicks over to the left side. Porter's going to take a 3-point shot. Hers hits the front iron, no good, but then it comes into the hands of Wathen. Gets the ball back there, and then it's a rebound again, and the offensive rebounds piling up right now for Stevens as McNabb gets fouled going on the way up, and I believe they're going to get that one on Shelsta, Alec.
Yeah, and that's something that we talked about last night as well. Just Brookings has to do a better job of getting rebounds, and really there's not a whole lot of, I would say, height differential in tonight's game. Looking at Rapid City, you know, they have a couple 6-footers, 5'10", and whatnot. Nothing, though, that's alarming to the Bobcats. You know, when you have Shelsta every game, you are going to have likely the tallest girl on the court, but then again, you know, Brookings also has some size with Landry Wilson at 5'10", and when Malky comes in at 5'11", so Brookings has to do a better job of getting those rebounds, because right there, Rapid City just getting those second and third chance opportunities, getting to the line, and now they do have a 1-point lead.
It was McNabb going 1 of 2, and should be similar here. Good practice for the Bobcats yesterday against Central. We've got another zone press here from Stevens, and the ball was tipped out of bounds by Stevens, so Bobcats will keep the ball as Ella Bisgard checks in for Brookings. 6:20 remaining here, just a 1-0 lead for Stevens early on in this doubleheader game this afternoon. Landry Wilson, top of the key, guarded by McNabb. Then it's stolen from her. 3 turnovers now for the Bobcats. Gets it ahead over to Wathen. Wathen tries to finish with the left hand, couldn't get it. Then McNabb gets the offensive rebound, so another rebound. They kick it out to a wide open Porter just inside the 3-point line, and she knocks down the 2-point shot, and now it's a 3-0 lead just under 6 minutes in this first quarter, Alec.
Yeah, and too, you know, the press, hopefully Brookings should be used to it, because like you had just said, they saw it a whole lot last night, so hopefully they were able to watch film last night and kind of see what they did wrong, correct that tonight, because right now with an early 3-0 deficit, they can't afford any turnovers on that press, let alone when they get the ball on their side of the court.
It's Bisgard at the left wing, man-to-man defense, gets it down to Shelsta. Shelsta goes up with that left hand. She went up against the 5'9 junior in Wathen, and Wathen caught her on the arm on the way up, so 2 shots upcoming for the 6'5 senior in Ainsley Shelsta. First team foul for Stevens. First one on the way from Shelsta. Nothing but net. Gets that first one. So now first point on the board for Brookings here with 5:34 left in this first quarter.
And again, if Shelsta can continue to get to the line tonight, I don't think we saw her get there really a whole lot last night. And again, she's the one that has the size advantage tonight. So hopefully if Rapid City, you know, maybe brings a double team when she gets it in the paint, if she can keep getting to the line, I think that's going to help her game out a lot, along with, you know, her infamous left-handed hooks.
Missed shot there. Get it back out up top. That's going to be McNabb. Gets it down low. Nice bounce pass there and gets it to Wathen, and she finishes with the and one. So good vision there from McNabb. Finds it's Matkins. Jaden Matkins, the 6-foot senior, along the baseline, and she lays it in with the foul.
And unfortunately, it was called on Shelsta. That's going to be her second, so she will find the bench for, if not, probably the rest of the quarter. You've got 5:13 left to go, and you've picked up 2 fouls. An unfortunate series right there for the Bobcats, now trailing 6-1. Just not something that they could afford.
Matkins drops the lone free throw there for a 6-1 lead. Then it's stolen after the inbounds pass. They get it over to the right side. It's McNabb going up against Logan Smith, and she's fouled. So 2 more free throws upcoming, and right now the Bobcats, they're continuing to turn the ball over on their end of the floor, Alec, and this should be something they covered after last night. Again, they saw this zone press yesterday with the Cobblers. I'm a little confused on why there's so many issues so far at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, and a lot of it just comes with having that confidence, knowing you can break the press, and anytime you start like this with 2-3 turnovers off the press alone, your confidence is just washed away because now you don't even feel like you are able to get the ball across half court. So I think it's only going to take a couple times, but if Brookings can get across half court, that's something they're going to have to replicate, but right now they can't do anything to get across half court. It just seems as though it's turnover after turnover as it's poked away by number 21, Jada McNabb. So Rapid City gets the ball back after another Brookings turnover.
McNabb going up against Bisgard, gets to the left wing. It's Porter, and then Porter took an extra step, travel on her. So a turnover there from Rapid City Stevens. A 7-1 lead here, just under 5 minutes in this first quarter. Bobcats need to clean it up a little bit. Again, they're getting themselves into spots where they're getting trapped by the defense in this press, and then they run into problems right after that, turning the ball over.
And again, we saw it last night when they would get the ball across half court. It's going to be a double dribble there by Burns. But we saw it last night when they would cross half court and get into the zone. Quick passes. Quick passes led to open shots. The same comes for the press. You can't hold on to the ball too long. And like you said, you just can't dribble into bad spots. So Brookings has got to make quick passes, keep moving up and down the court to really keep Rapid off their feet, and I think that'll help them break the press.
Bobcats continuing with the zone defense. Malky down low. They get it to the 6-foot senior Matkins. Her shot no good. Rebound goes into the hands of Landry Wilson. 4:20 remaining in the first quarter. Still a 7-1 lead for Stevens. The Raiders continuing the man-to-man defense here as we're going to have 3 subs come in for them after the next dead ball. And it was almost a turnover again. They get it into the hands of Logan Smith. She had a couple runners yesterday. A nice underhand scoop layup there. And she gets that one to fall for her first 2 points. And now a 7-3 lead for the Raiders. Zone defense here for Brookings. Goes top of the key to McNabb. McNabb drives to her left, goes against Smith, kicks it back out. It's number 3, Porter for 3. No good. Rebound. It was a good rebound there from Malky. Lost her balance, falls down. So unfortunately, another turnover for the Bobcats.
And that was an excellent rebound by Malky. Went up and got it. That's something Brookings has to do. Just go up and get the rebound. Unfortunately, did lose her footing, resulting in a travel. But still, if Brookings has to continue to go up and get those rebounds, because we've already seen it here through the first quarter. The second and third chance opportunities for Rapid has given them this early 7-3 lead.
McNabb, a 2-point shot from the corner, in and out. Rebound went into one of the subs, Sobsack. It's Sobsack, Kiefer, and Balloon who check in for Stevens. So the Bobcats here get the ball back with 3:35 left in this first quarter. It's a 7-3 lead for the Raiders. Again, game 1 of this doubleheader today. Finally, some afternoon games, Alec, and then it's stolen away from Landry Wilson, and then her pass goes into the hands of Malky. So Bobcats, again, avoiding trouble there, keeping it on their own side. Now we've got a my time. We're going to have to say, yep, shot clock should have been, I think, did they reset it, Alec? Was that
they did not reset it.
I
so
suppose.
It should have been reset. I think Rapid had it for just about a second, enough to reset it. Didn't reset. So
gotcha. Yep, sounds about right. That's why we're up here, Alec. You get to spot all those things because I always miss those. So good call there. I was trying to figure out what exactly that was for. Smith on the left wing. She's guarded by Porter. Porter, the 5'8 freshman. You got a freshman matchup here with Smith and Porter. They go left wing to Burns. Burns goes down to the right-hand side, trying to get it to Malky down low. She's got to get out of the lane. She does. Good defense here by McNabb. And then her pass goes to the hands of Smith, and then it was tipped away. And it was Smith and Porter, the 2 freshmen, diving for the ball, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow going to the Raiders.
And you can see the Raiders just really pesky on defense. As soon as you pick up your dribble, they are just all over it. We saw it right there. As soon as Burns picked it up, you're just heavily defended. Yeah, and obviously you can't do anything with it except for pass it. So you can see Rapid City really just bringing that peskiness to the Bobcats, which again has resulted in costly turnovers.
Top of the key to McNabb. They go right wing over to Porter. Porter goes back to McNabb, the left wing, just inside the 3-point line. Bounce pass down low. Nice pass there. She got it to Bailey Sobsack, the 6-foot senior, who lays it in. So now a 9-3 lead for the Raiders here. So the Raiders doing a good job of penetrating against that 2-3 zone, Alec. And we like, if you're a Raiders fan, you like what you see so far in this first quarter.
Exactly, yeah. Excellent defense there by Bailey Sobsack. Had the block. I believe it was Malky who tried to go up with the left. But yeah, Rapid City doing a good job of getting around the zone. And that, again, that's the thing with the zone. If you can make quick passes and keep Brookings on their feet, somebody's going to be open, like we just saw right there. Ella Kiefer hits a 3, and that came from good passing. It was 1-2. Kiefer was wide open on the right wing, hits the 3, and it's now a 12-3 lead for the Raiders with 1:51 left to go here in the first.
Ball's dead for Logan Smith, trying to lob it over the top. It's stolen. It's going to be Megan Balloon who drives down, and with the tough finish there, another 2 points for the Raiders. Lead up to 9 here, so things getting out of control. Excuse me, up to 11 here. Again, we talked about math being hard yesterday. Now it's going to be a foul. No, timeout there. I think it was Logan Smith who crossed half court, and it's going to be a full timeout with head coach Mitch McClegan. So we'll take a 1-minute break ourselves. You're listening to Bobcat Girls Basketball, Kid Country 102.3. Welcome back to this first game of this doubleheader for the Brookings Bobcats, playing Rapid City Stevens, the Raiders here. And one of the stats we saw during that timeout, Alec, it's 10 turnovers for Brookings in the first 6 minutes and 27 seconds, and it is impossible to win a game with that statistic.
Yeah, and again, not to sound like a broken record, but I know they just have to do a better job of taking care of the basketball, whether that is, on the offensive end. There's a turnover there by Logan Smith. Tried to get it to Landry Wilson, but it was stolen. That should be a travel.
Going to be an offensive. Yep, they're going to say she had the forearm there. It was Landry Wilson who was definitely didn't have her feet set, but I think he's going to say she extended the forearm there. So good hustle from Landry Wilson after that turnover to cause the offensive foul.
Exactly, and I think it would have been a travel regardless. So Brookings kind of catches a break as Jada McNabb is going to pick up her first foul. But here again is in the press, and it's stolen on the inbound. Easy missed layup, but again, offensive rebound by Rapid City as a wide open 3, and it's hit by number 23, Bailey Sopsack, the 6-foot senior, giving Rapid City now a 17-3 lead with 60 seconds left to go in the first.
Sopsack with 5 of their 17. It's Claire Burns taking it down the right-hand side, trying to get it to Logan Smith, and she's dead there, needs to get a pass off, and then she throws it past half court, and it's going to be number 5, Ella Kiefer, trying to chase after it, then an over-the-back call as Bisgard beat her to it. But again, Alec, we talked about 10 minutes in the first, 6:27, and they've got about 3 or 4 since then in the last minute or so. And again, it's just impossible to win in that situation.
And again, there's 46 seconds left. When you have this many turnovers, it also maybe gets to the point where you just put in a new 5 for the last 45 seconds. Just, not that they're going to play.
They did get Waterman in.
Not that they're going to play the rest of the game, but, whatever was working for this first 8 minutes, wasn't working. So why not just maybe throw in a new 5 and just try something new, let those starters come out and really just think about it, because luckily for Brookings, they do have 3 quarters left to play. You've still got 24 minutes. Granted, you're down 14. That's nothing that you can't come back from. But, it starts with you have to take care of the ball, beat the press, get a bucket, and then build off of that.
I thought maybe it was going to be a jump ball there, but they're going to get Paige Malky with the foul. So that's 14 fouls for Brookings. They go down low. Nice pass there to Megan Balloon, and then it was off her hands, last touched by Ella Bisgard, who's in the area for Brookings. So again, 33.4 on the game clock, 27 seconds on this shot clock here, and it'll be McNabb to inbound from the right-hand baseline. They get it in over the top. Good defense there. It's knocked away, but goes back into McNabb. She goes baseline, and then it's Malky again getting another quick foul, and that's the problem right there. Now you have Malky and Shelsta both with 2 fouls, and we're not out of the first quarter, Alec.
Yep, that's just detrimental right there, like you had said, when you're sub for Shelsta comes in because you lose that height, but then she picks up her second. So again, you see Malky come out, and it's going to be number 44, Sophia DeVerksten, the 5'10 junior, checking in for the Bobcats.
They get it up top, up to Sobczak, gets it back out to the outside, then into the hands of Wathen. A three-point shot from the left wing off the mark. Good box out there from DeVerksten. She comes down on the ground. It's her and about two other Raiders, and then she finally gets a bounce pass out to, I believe it was Bisgard there, and then they're going to try and push to the other side, and it was a forward pass up into the hands of Landry Wilson, and it was Ella Kiefer who came flying in and got called for the foul. So that's now the third team foul on the Raiders, her first personal, and we're at 17-3 right now in favor of Stevens with 12.4 left in this first quarter.
And Logan Smith checks back, and you would think with 12.4 seconds left, Brookings has just got to get a look here to cut into this 14-point deficit.
Takes it to the left side. It was a handoff from Waterman down to 5 seconds. She goes to the right side. Nice little 10-foot jumper off the mark. No good. It was into the hands of DeVerksten, and then it was tipped out of bounds by Megan Balloon of Stevens. So with 1.5 seconds left here, they are going to bring Shelsta in. It's a smart idea, something you can get over the top. Again, most likely not going to have any chance of getting a foul here unless she does something blatant, which of course she's a smart player, she won't do. So we'll have to see what it is here. It's Logan Smith to inbound underneath the basket, gets the ball. Going to try and get something in. Again, trying to get to Shelsta, just going to have to lob it in, and then she hit the bottom of the backboard there. Tried getting it to the right-hand side. I think it was to Landry Wilson, and she hit the back of the basket there. So now, another chance here, especially with the Bobcats back. They're going to roll it in here, I think, or they were going to. They were telling her to do it. It's a long shot past half court, and that came from Macy Wathen, the 5'9 junior. So after one quarter of play, it's a 17-3 lead for Rapid City Stevens. We'll take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Bobcat Girls Basketball on King Country 102.3. All right, welcome back. Again, game one of this doubleheader. It's the Brookings Bobcats taking on Rapid City Stevens Raiders here in Bob Josted Gym. And after one quarter of a play, it was 17-3 in favor of the Raiders. Again, Brookings only getting 3 shots off in that quarter, Alec. They had 14 turnovers and now another turnover here, so 15 for the game, and we've played just over one quarter.
Yeah, and anytime you have 15 turnovers resulting from that zone press we see, that's what's not even giving Brookings a chance to score on offense. Yeah, three shots in the first quarter is just never going to be enough to stay in a ball game. I think Rapid City had 3 shots. I might have even been on their first possession alone from the offensive rebound. So Brookings has to come out this quarter, and again, they don't have to come all the way back and put up 14 points to tie it, but they do need to get some buckets to slowly come back into this game.
And it was Porter with a tough take there, gets the lay-in. So now a 19-3 lead here with 7:19 in this first quarter. Again, pass was tipped out of bounds by Stevens. So right now the Bobcats rushing themselves with this press. Again, no reason to, and it is more of it looks like a man-to-man press. They've gone away. They started off with that zone press, so a lot more ball pressure right now. And if you're the Raiders head coach here, I think this is what you stick with. And then we get a pass to the corner. It was Logan Smith who almost got doubled. Finally breaks the press, gets across half court. She's taken on by Porter. Again, that's that 5'8 freshman. So a nice freshman matchup. Future of South Dakota basketball here, Alec.
Yeah, not too many times you see a freshman in a game, not even one freshman, but 2 freshmen. So yeah, nice to see the young players from both sides coming in as Ella Bisgard shoots a 3 from the left wing. Air ball rebounded by number 3, Talia Porter, and Rapid has the ball going the other way.
Nice finish there. It looked ahead. It was Wathen who got a little contact on the way up, lays it in from the left-hand side. So this lead continuing to build up to 18. It's 21-3 with just 6:40 left in this second quarter. And it's well, one thing that's interesting, I think you were just going to bring it up, was having Sophia Hamrick in here. She had checked in basically at the start of the quarter, and one of the things Coach McClagan said, we asked about her status last night, and she said she was playing today, and I guess Coach gave her the okay as a three-point shot goes in and out from Ostreim, and then Shelsta works hard down low, gets fouled on the way up, so Shelsta's got a couple free throws coming up.
Yeah, and again, that excellent offensive rebound there by Shelsta, just going up and grabbing it, using all 6'5" of her height advantage. Again, getting to the line right here. This is what Brookings needs. They just need to see the ball go in the hoop so that they know that they can score. And again, I spoke too soon. Shelsta misses the first. Luckily, she'll have a second as Burns checks in for Ostrein.
It looks like Wilson will check in for Shelsta if she makes it. Again, maybe getting Shelsta out for the defensive possessions here. Going to be probably a lot of mix-ins here as Shelsta does connect on the second. Her second free throw made today. And right now, it is now a 21-4 lead as Wilson does check in for her with 6:20 left in the second quarter. Shelsta with 2 points of the 4. The only basket coming from Logan Smith on this basketball team for Brookings. They go right-hand side back to this zone defense. Nice cut into the lane there to kick it out wide to Balloon. Balloon, a three-point shot, well long, but then it ends up in the hands of Matkins, the 6-foot senior. And then a great pass there. It was the freshman Porter who dished it down low. I think it was Matkins who laid it in, Alec. You might have to correct me if I'm wrong there.
I think it was, again, with all the long hair covering a lot of the back numbers. Hard to see. Turnover there on the press. Number 25 had the steal. Jillian Delzer, she went up for the layup. It was Logan Smith, I believe, is going to get called for the foul. So that will send Delzer to the line for 2.
Delzer, 2 free throws coming up. Again, a 23-4 lead. Another turnover for Brookings. We were worried about that 37 turnover night. They've got to keep things under control here, Alec. They're on pace to do a little more than that today, and that's something that just cannot have any success for your team in any basketball game.
Exactly, and hopefully Brookings, picking up on what Rapid City is doing. We saw that before this possession, quick ball movement. Again, if Brookings is going to stay in the zone, since Rapid City isn't shooting the best from beyond the arc, you just have to make sure that you're still moving on your feet, because we saw Rapid quick ball movement, which led to a wide open layup. So again, it's something Brookings can do. They just got to work a little harder if they're going to stay in that zone.
Delzer was 1 of 2. It was Landry Wilson driving baseline, a dish over to Bisgard. Her shot no good. Rebound goes to Matkins, the 6-foot senior. And then it goes through the hands. They were trying to push it ahead, and I think it was Macy Wathen went through her hands out of bounds. And we've got a few subs coming in. We've got number 5, Ella Kiefer, number 23, Bailey Sobsack, and then I think McNabb was the last one to check in as well. So McNabb had a lot of minutes so far in that first quarter. It's good to see her presence here again if you're a Raiders fan.
Yeah, and then we see Shelsta, like you had mentioned, going to be in a lot on the offensive end because Brookings needs somebody to score. She's got half of the points, 2 of the 4, with Logan with the other 2. So again, Brookings just has to get something going on their side of the court to get back into this game.
Swings it left side to Wilson, trying to get it down to Shelsta. Shelsta lost her balance, and it's a turnover again on the Bobcats. McNabb looking to push on the right-hand side. Gets it out wide over to Sobsack. Sobsack goes baseline, tries to do a wild reverse layup, and then comes up with a rebound. Gets a corner 3 from Porter off the mark. Offensive rebound goes McNabb. Again, Shelsta being extra careful down low, straight up, and then it comes into the hands of Sobsack, and she was fouled on the way up from Logan Smith.
Yeah, and Ainsley Shelsta, again, just has to go straight up, and that's what she did, and that's what she should essentially do every time when she just has that height advantage. But she knows as well with 2 fouls, she cannot pick up a third. It seemed as though she even backed off just a little bit just to be extra cautious. But then again, Logan Smith picks up her second foul.
Third on her.
So
yeah,
that's why she is
trouble.
going to come out of the game. Looks like Gracie Sheridan, the 5'6" junior, is going to check in for Logan Smith.
First free throw up and good for Sobsack, and then it's going to be a 30-second timeout for head coach Mitch McClagan. We'll take a 30-second break ourselves. You're listening to Bobcat Girls Basketball, K-Country 102.3, back in 30 seconds. Welcome back, everybody. Before the break, it was Sobczak who made that first free throw. She connects on the second one. And now it's a 26-4 lead here with just under 5 minutes in the second quarter. So Bobcats, again, they are falling extremely behind here in this ball game. And then it's a loose scuffle on the floor, and it comes into the hands of the Brookings Bobcats. They go right side over to Hamrick. Nice bounce pass down low to the block to Landry Wilson. Wilson caught down there, goes top of the key. It was tipped on the way there. Good concentration from Burns to catch that one. Nice ball screen there for Hamrick. Hamrick almost traveled there, and just a wild pass, turns it over, goes into the hands of Ella Kiefer, the 5'8 senior for the Raiders.
And I think right now, too, for the Bobcats, even if they weren't going to come back and win this game, right now, if they could just focus on not turning the ball over, I think that's their ultimate goal. You know, you can maybe not score for the next 4 minutes of this quarter, but I think Coach McClagan would just be pleased to see his team get across half court, have good offense, still get good looks, and not turn the ball over.
Sobczak connects on the layup, so now a 28-4 lead. This lead building for this Raider basketball team on their East State trip here. Again, they had a nice win yesterday against Watertown, and they are taking care of business today against the Bobcats as we've got a foul on that one, and I believe that one is going to be on. Yes, it's number 23, Bailey Sobczak. Just her first but fifth team foul, so the one bright spot, you're 2 fouls away if you're Brookings to get into the bonus. And again, just any type of free throw, some sort of free shot the Bobcats could use right now, Alex.
They could, and Shelster right there goes up with the left, misses, gets her own rebound and puts it back in. Nice entry pass there from Landry Wilson as well. Something Shelster did that almost resulted in another turnover, had that power dribble, and I know a lot of post players, when they catch it, it's like they're taught and they just want to have that power dribble. But like we've said, I think somebody with Shelster's size doesn't necessarily need that power dribble, instead could just go up with it right away. Nonetheless, she still got the bucket, giving Brookings 6 points here in the second quarter.
It's another 3 for Ella Kiefer. She's got 2 of them on the ball game, 6 points in total. 31-6 lead. Here is another foul on the Raiders. We'll see who this one is on. I think it is on number 5, Ella Kiefer. So made the three-pointer, then connects on the foul on this side. A couple subs coming in. It's going to be Wathen and Delzer in for Stevens, and then Malky in for Brookings. Gracie Sheridan going to take it from the left sideline, trying to inbound here again. 6 fouls for Stevens, so one more foul on them here with just about 3 minutes to go. We'll put Brookings in the bonus, and again, that's a situation they'd love to be in. As Wilson trying to do a little too much, it's stolen from her. It's McNabb going to the other side. A nice pass there. It was a left-handed layup from Delzer, couldn't connect. And then I believe Bailey Sobczak went up, and now we've got a Bobcat on the floor in Claire Burns. Holding that leg, you got to be careful. She's going to limp off. She got up right away, Alec. That's always good to see. But now we're going to have to get a sub in for her. I think it's going to be, it's Jaden Devine, the 5'6 sophomore. So we hope that Claire Burns is doing okay, Alec.
Exactly. And like you said, she did get up on her own, which was great to see. But she knew something had happened right away. She was down in pain. So glad to see her walk off on her own to the end of the bench. Hopefully everything is okay. And like you had mentioned, Jaden Devine checks in, inbounds for Rapid City. Again, just too easy of a look as Shelster does grab the rebound off the miss, and they're going to call a jump ball there. So it's going to stay with the Raiders.
So again, it's a 31-6 lead here, just under 3 minutes in this first half. Bobcats, again, they've only seen the basketball go into the basket 2 times other than free throws here. They've got 2 two-pointers and then 2 free throws to get on those 6 points. It was a missed 3-pointer for the Raiders, but another offensive rebound. It'll be interesting to see how many rebounds the Raiders have after this first half, Alec.
It will, and then again, Brookings just in that 2-3 zone, got to get out and guard guard the Raiders, because it's just wide open looks. Again, offensive rebound, second chance points, turnover from Sheridan, and that's just resulted in this 28-point lead for the Raiders. There's 2:27 left to go, and it's 34-6.
Yeah, the previous possession, it was Bailey Sobczak with the corner 3. Again, another second chance opportunity for the Raiders, and she's got 12 points right now, Alex. So they've got to find an answer for Bailey Sobczak, in that 6-foot senior who contributed immensely in that Watertown win just yesterday.
And you would assume, too, if Brookings is continuing to allow Rapid to just have these wide open looks and give up the rebounds, you'll have to go out of the zone and switch back to man-to-man defense.
McNabb misses on that first 1-and-1. Rebound went to the Brookings Bobcats. Now it's Gracie Sheridan handling the ball at the top of the key with a nice handoff there to Landry Wilson. Scoop pass to Shelster. Shelster goes down the left-hand side. Tried going up with the left hand. Again, a little further away from the basket than she normally is there, but gets fouled on the way up. So the Bobcats doing what they do best and getting the ball to Shelster, and now getting a couple chances at free throws.
Yeah, and something they're just going to have to continue to do. Get it across half court, and anytime anytime they can get it into Shellsta, that's what they have been doing. And Shellsta, again, not even looking really to kick it back out. I think she kind of knows as soon as she gets the ball, their best chance to score is to just go up with it right away, and that's what she did. Got to the line for 2, and she does connect on the first.
Brittany Jones and Isabel Higgins check in for the Raiders, and then for Brookings, Logan Smits back into the game along with Bailey Waterman. First free throw was good from Shellsta, second one upcoming. On the way, rattles it in, gets both there, 2 of 2 from the line. Shellsta now with, I believe, 6 of the 8 points. Again, just that lone 2-point shot from Logan Smith is all the scoring the Bobcats have had so far in the first half of this ball game. They go corner. It's Jillian Delzer, guarded by Logan Smith. Nice little jump shot there inside the free throw line. It was Isabel Higgins there who missed on that one. Rebound went to Shellsta. Just under 2 minutes here, a 34-8 lead in Bob Josted Gym. Again, a doubleheader day, and then it's number 1, Brittany Jones, the 5'5 freshman, another freshman taking on Logan Smith, and Logan Smith wisely backs off there. She didn't want to get that 4th foul, Alec, as Jones lays it in with the left hand. Now a 36-8 lead with 1:35.
And again, just coming back to that pesky defense by Rapid City, you can see they are all up, even got their hands on. You know, last night we saw a lot of those hand checks called. Refs really aren't calling it tonight. So, I mean, until they call it, you can see Rapid City is just going to continue to bring that pesky defense. They've got their hands all up in Brookings, and that's what's resulted in so many turnovers that we've seen tonight. And it looks like they're going to get a holding call here on Rapid City, so it should send, I believe, Paige Malky to the line for the 1-and-1.
Yeah, and it looks like right now on offense, the Bobcats just seem lost, Alec. I mean, right, that possession said it all. Again, they're just getting a little flustered near the half-court line, and basically they're doing all they can do to get it away from there and just try and get somewhere near the three-point line. They're having a lot of issues getting down low today so far, Alec.
It almost comes back to that confidence thing, too. It seems like nobody wants the ball. A good offensive rebound there by Gracie Sheridan off the free throw miss. But again, it just comes back to, it seems as though nobody wants the ball because they're scared that they're going to get it taken away from, and we've seen it.
Nice steal there
we've
from
seen it
Landry
a lot
Wilson
tonight, so it shouldn't matter. But it just seems as though whoever gets it, passes it, or tries to get rid of it, and Wilson's pass there goes through the hands of Sheridan. It'll be another turnover on the Bobcats as we see Jaden Devine check back in for Gracie Sheridan.
And that's one of those barometers for Landry Wilson's confidence. Again, she got the steal there, coast to coast. I think she had a chance to finish, but kicked it out to Gracie Sheridan, who hasn't had a lot of varsity experience this year, and so that tells me a little bit that Landry Wilson's not quite confident enough at the moment. We'll see if she can gain some later on. Nice bounce pass down low. It's Isabel Higgins, and she lays it in. Good vision there from the Raiders, and Higgins gets her first basket of the night, and now it's a 38-8 lead here with 45 seconds on the game clock, 28 on the shot clock.
And that's where, too, we see Shellsta normally, I think, would try and block that shot and come down on it. Again, she knows that with her foul situation, she can't do that, so she kept her hands straight up, making it a tough shot. Still converted. There's going to be another foul on number 20, yeah. Isabel Higgins, so that'll send Paige Malky back to the line for another 1-and-1.
And so it is Higgins going to check out of the ball game. Mackin's coming in for her. Last time Malky was at the line, missed that first 1-and-1 shot, and we'll see what happens here. Again, a chance for redemption for Paige Malky. First one on the way, just short, front iron. Rebound goes to the Raiders. It's Jillian Delzer pushing to the other side, gets a handoff there to McNabb. McNabb goes left-hand side over to Porter. Porter goes to Delzer. Delzer, nice bounce pass. Again, good play there. It was kind of a give and go there. It was McNabb going to Porter, back to McNabb, and then a great bounce pass to Delzer, but just lost it out of bounds, so a turnover on the Raiders there. But again, that's just showing both sides of the spectrum. Bobcats look lost on this end of the floor, and the Raiders are kind of doing what they want on that end of the floor, Alex.
They are, and again, quick passing. We saw it earlier in the first quarter, that quick passing resulting in layups. Again, that could have been one. Luckily, went out of bounds. Waterman's going to drive to the lane. She goes up with the right and somehow puts it in. I don't even know if she was really looking at the basket when she threw it up, but nonetheless, a nice bucket there by Bailey Waterman.
And then it's all the way to the other side. It was Porter driving, misses her layup, and then it was a couple players there fighting over the ball, but nonetheless the buzzer goes off, so that'll bring us to halftime. At the half, it's 38-10, Rapid City Stevens Raiders over the Brookings Bobcats. We'll take a 4-minute break here. When we come back, we'll have the halftime show for you. You're listening to Bobcat Girls Basketball on Kid Country 102.3, back in 4 minutes.
today only. So Paul Von Fisher has $10 in his pocket. We'll have a full shot if we can make a half court. All right. If Avery makes the layup, she'll receive a bottle of water from the concession stand. If Avery takes the free throw, she'll earn a Bobcat t-shirt for the Monogram Club. And if she makes a three-pointer, she receives $10 from a gift card, courtesy of the Cubs Sports Bar and Grill. And then the half-court shot for $10 of Paul's pocket. Avery, you ready?
7 days a week.
60 seconds.
Technology including MRI, CT scan,
Go.
and ultrasound. A full range of inpatient, same-day, and emergency surgery services, as well as individualized physical therapy healthcare plans to help rebuild strength.
Quarter of the way there. Let's go.
BrookingsHealth.org or call.
Hey, halfway. 3-point shot coming up next.
Brookings Health System.
quarter and show that. So granted, I know they did not want 22 turnovers in the first half, let alone the whole game, but now they have 16 more minutes to show the fans and the coaches themselves that they can make a difference. They can change some of that stuff, take care of the basketball, and hopefully, get up more than 10 shots, get some assists, and try and cut into this Rapid City lead.
Well, we'll kind of move on from that a little bit. I think everybody needs to move on right now, especially the Brookings crowd and just overall the Bobcats team here. I think they need a fresh start in the second half. So we'll take a look here at the halftime temperature. Again, it's brought to you by Active Heating, and the halftime temp right now 19 degrees outside. Good thing we're playing inside out because it feels like 8 degrees. So again, it's nice to be indoors here in Bob Josted for the afternoon, and today's temperature is brought to you by Active Heating. It's serving you in Watertown and Brookings.
Yeah, I'm very glad we're playing inside too, but maybe outside could benefit the Bobcats a little better, but we'll stay inside here for the second half. Brookings has the ball, so like we said, they have 16 minutes to right now to show the coaching staff, the fans themselves, that they can make a difference and come out here, and we'll see what they can do.
We're officially underway in the second half. Both teams back to original starters. It was a pass from Logan Smith to Ostreim, knocked out of bounds by Delzer, the 5'8 senior for the Raiders. 13 seconds in here into this third quarter, still a 28-point lead for Rapid City Stevens. Top of the key, it's Logan Smith. Again, she's got a few too many turnovers in that first half. She's going to have to bring those down here if we want success on the Brookings side. Gets a three-point opportunity. Good screen there from Shelsta, and what a start for the Bobcats as she knocks that three-pointer down, and they take the early lead in the third quarter here for this second half, Alec.
And that's huge. Good ball movement. That's just what they needed. Confidence builder to see the ball go in the hoop. It was Jane Matkins right there, the 6-foot senior, who puts in a layup, bringing the lead back up to 27, but still that's what Brookings needed here to start the second half. Good offense, good shot, no turnovers. Now they need to continue to do that every possession from here on out.
Goes to the hands of Bisgard. It was knocked away from her. Goes back to Smith at the top of the key. Smith guarded by Macy Wathen. She's got a dead ball up top. Again, this is where they've been struggling. They've got to find a way to help out teammates in that dead ball position. Gets a pass to Landry Wilson, goes right side over to Bisgard. Down under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gets to 5, and they're going to get bailed out here. It was Bisgard who went to the left side, and she was fouled with a hand check from Jaden Matkins, the 6-foot senior, who's got 7 points for the Raiders today.
Again, you like to see the patience from the Bobcats on offense to get those good looks too, but like you said, just knowing where and when to pick up your dribble. Again, when you're so far back, 35, 40 feet away from the hoop, not where you want to pick it up. Logan Smith with a spin move, I think 3 or maybe just inside the arc, but misses all rim. Air ball rebounded by Rapid City. They go the other way. Good ball movement there. It's going to be a 3-pointer off the mark, but again, offensive rebound. Good hustle by number 3, Talia Porter, and they're going to say she did throw it off of Logan's foot, so Rapid City will maintain possession underneath the basket.
We've got 6:31 remaining here, and again, it's been fun to see that freshman battle there with Porter and Smith on both sides respectively. They go to the corner. Again, it's a wide open 3-point shot from McNabb. No good, but then a long rebound goes into the hands of Delzer. They get another corner 3 off the mark there. That was Macy Wathen, and then another offensive rebound. So continuing the trend from that first half, Alec, a ton of offensive rebounds, and you can see head coach Mitch McClagan not happy about the efforts on the defensive rebounds.
And again, Brookings still in that 2-3 zone, and you just wonder, I think I said it the first half, they never got out of it too, but it just doesn't seem to be working. I know Rapid City is shooting cold. We've seen 1, 2, maybe 3 missed threes already this quarter, but again, it's just resulting in offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities, third chance opportunities. So you just have to think Brookings might be better off going back man to man, where each girl has somebody to defend and then ultimately box out when those shots go up.
Matkins knocks down the first, gets the second, so she's up to 9 points today so far, and the lead extended here. It's a 42-13 lead for the Raiders as Bailey Waterman checks in for Ashton Ostrein. Landry Wilson takes it across the center line. She's guarded by McNabb. Gets a pass over to Smith. Then it was a pass over to Bailey Waterman. It's a turnover there. Got into the hands of Delzer. Delzer goes coast to coast and lays it in off the glass. So another turnover here for the Bobcats. A lead extended to 44-13 here, just under 6 minutes in this third quarter.
And there again, Landry Wilson just picking up her dribble a little too far away from the basket. Nice job by Ella Bisgard going to get that. She swings it over to Waterman. They go down low to Shelsted. She's going to go up for an easy left-handed layup. Good bucket there by Shelsted. Nice pass from Waterman as well. Good offensive possession there by the Bobcats, now hoping to see they can do that a couple more times here in this quarter.
Shelsted with 8 of the 15 for Brookings. They get a pass over to Matkins. Matkins goes right side to Delzer in the corner. Back top of the key, it's a 3-point attempt from Wathen. Wathen knocks it down, Wathen, her 5th point tonight, or today, I should say. And again, it's a 47-15 lead. So the Bobcats, they get a good basket, a good offensive possession, Alec, and then they give a wide open opportunity to Wathen, and she connects on that 3-pointer.
And Rapid just has that zone figured out. They know the quicker they move the ball, the harder it is for Brookings to defend, to get back and forth to their positions. And we saw right there, quick ball movement led to a wide open 3 from Wathen as Wilson drives to the lane, and she's going to be fouled by number 21, Jada McNabb. So that'll send Wilson to the line for 2.
Good take there from Landry Wilson. We talked about it in the first half. Her confidence, the barometer of where she needs to be. So nice to see her be a little more aggressive there and take it to the basket and get the foul. First free throw on the way. In and out, no good. Going to be a few subs coming in. It's going to be, it looks like Gracie Sheridan and then Hamrick in for Brookings. For the Raiders, it's Megan Balloon. Got a few others, Alec. I think it was, looks like Ella Kiefer, and then I want to say Bailey Sobsack as well. So those 3 checking in for the Raiders. Second attempt on the way from Wilson. Gets that one to fall, so 1 of 2 from the line. And again, that's Landry Wilson's first point of the ball game, Alec. And we talked about it so much last season. She's got to be able to get started sooner.
She does. And again, you like the aggressive take that she had last possession. That's something she's going to have to continue to do. Nice defense there. I thought she had a clean block, but they're going to say that Landry Wilson came on the arm, so that'll send McNabb to the line for 2 free throws as well.
McNabb doing what Landry Wilson did on the other end, took it right to her, so an aggressive take, and we've already seen how aggressive she can be on the offensive rebounds as the first free throw is just short, no good on that one, so she still has another chance here. Again, it's a 47-16 lead for the Stevens Raiders with 4:49 left in this third quarter. Second free throw does connect on that one, so she goes 1 of 2. McNabb up to 3 points today so far, and it's a 48-16 lead now after the free throw. Landry Wilson gets across the line, goes left side, gets a ball screen there from Shelsta. Shelsta has to be careful there. It almost looked like a moving screen, but then it was Landry Wilson who went all the way around, had a nice chance at a scoop layup, fouled on the way. So again, 2 aggressive takes from Landry Wilson, Alec. That's just what we need to start off this third quarter.
Yeah, and she's going to have to continue to do that. Again, you know, you're down 32 points. Haven't really been shooting the ball well from beyond the arc. So again, if you can keep drawing fouls like Wilson has done the last 2 possessions, as she does connect on the first, it's just something Brookings will have to keep doing. Get the ball, attack, and if you get to the line for free throws, perfect. If not, you're still putting pressure on, and Rapid City where you could possibly draw those fouls as Wilson connects on the second. So now it's a 48-18 Rapid City lead with 4:32 left to go in the third.
Wilson 3 points here, 3 points for the game, 3 in the third quarter, all on free throws, 3 of 4 from the line. It's McNabb going at Wilson again. They kick it back out top to, I want to say it was Porter. Porter gets down in the lane, get it to McNabb. McNabb gets caught in the middle there. They're going to go top of the key. She thought about a 3-point shot. It was number 23, Bailey Sobsack, and then she does take it off the mark. Rebound to the Bobcats, pushing to the other side.
And you can see Brookings, I think, did finally come out of that zone, went back to man-to-man. I think it's just better defensively. Sophia Hamrick tried to get one down low to Shelsta. Turnover by the Bobcats, giving it back to Rapid City. Again, going back to the defense for the Bobcats. Go back to man-to-man. It's going to be a travel there on Ella Kiefer. But excellent rebound on that last possession by the Bobcat. I think it's just easier for the girls knowing they just have one person to box out. Like I said, when you're in that zone, you just have a designated area of the court, which led to, we saw in the first half, 15 offensive rebounds for the Raiders.
Smith checks back in for Shelsta. And again, it seems like the Bobcats are picking up that dribble. They take a few of them, but they're too high on the court there. And again, it was a similar scenario. It was a bounce pass from Hamrick going to Landry Wilson, and it's knocked away. So turnovers continuing to plague this Bobcat offense here in this second half early on. Top of the key. McNabb going against Wilson, gets a ball screen. Goes to the left wing. She's caught there with a dead ball. Wilson playing good defense. Goes top of the key back to Sobsack. Then she hands it back off to McNabb. McNabb trying to drive against Wilson. Gets it to the corner. It's a 3-point shot from Balloon. High off the rim. No good. It gets knocked away from Logan Smith and back into the hands of the Raiders. And then the ball is getting tipped around all over the place. It's players diving everywhere. And I think it is going to be a foul on McNabb. It looked like she was diving in for a jump ball. Thought maybe it was going to be a jump ball, but it is McNabb with the foul.
Always scary situations there too when you see girls diving in head first with other girls right around the ball.
Towards the knees as well,
exactly,
yes.
For an ACL. So luckily everybody is okay on that possession, but also you just love to see the hustle. So I mean, it's something that could always end very badly, but at the same time you can see the girls just pour their heart and soul into every possession.
That was the third foul on McNabb. It's the 4th team foul, and then it was Landry Wilson trying to pass to a cutting Hamrick, and the pass was off the mark and goes out of bounds for another turnover, Alex. So again, they're trying to do a little too much maybe. Again, I like the idea, but they've got to be careful here because they're going to match their season high turnovers here quick if they don't figure a few things out.
Exactly, and again, now they're back to a 2-3 zone, so I think defensively they're just trying to keep Rapid on their toes, thinking that maybe they are in man-to-man, maybe they're not. It's going to be a foul on 24. Bailey Waterman came down on the arm, so that'll send the 5'8 freshman Talia Porter to the line for a couple of free throws.
That was a nice take for her. She went baseline there, so she's got the skills to do it. It kind of reminds me of Logan Smith from Brookings, both being able to have the high basketball IQ and make things happen as a freshman as she connects on that first free throw.
Yeah, you'd love to see freshmen being able to play at this varsity level. You know, sometimes it maybe doesn't work out for them. They might be too young, but we've seen again tonight Porter just do a whirlwind of things on the offense and defensive end. And too, like you said, we've seen Logan Smith do it as well. Just having that IQ, knowing how to shoot it depending on where you're at the court. You know, last night we saw a couple floaters from her, and again we've seen Porter do some of that tonight.
Cunningham and Malky check in for Brookings, and then it's going to be a sub for the shooter there, number 22, Macy Wathen, as Talia Porter connects on both free throws there. So a good job from her from the charity stripe. A 50-18 lead here with 2:40 left in this third quarter as the Bobcats try and set up an offense. And it was a pass that went through the hands of Mackenzie Cunningham, so another turnover. And again, it's a one-pass possession. That's where the problem lies with these Bobcats, Alec. Again, just trying to get basic passes in, and they're turning the ball over. And you cannot win games when that's happening, especially against an 8-1 Raiders team like this.
And that's something we have said, you know, the press is one thing. It's hard for them to get through the press, but when you're just throwing the ball through your teammates' hands, those again are the turnovers that Brookings cannot afford. Air ball there by number 32, Jane Matkins, so it's going to be possession going to the Bobcats. But again, going back to what you said, just limiting the turnovers that should not happen, like that one we saw right there. Just an easy pass through the hands, out of bounds, something that Brookings has to work on here in the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds in the third.
And that's the spot they're in, though. Cunningham doesn't get a lot of varsity time, so there's a little bit of nerves there as Landry Wilson drives in and lays it in off the glass. So a nice take from her. She's up to 5 points. It's a 30-point lead here for the Raiders, 50-20, just approaching the 2-minute mark in this third quarter. And this third quarter's gone by quick, Alec. No timeouts, anything like that. We've been going pretty much the entire time as the Raiders set up their offense on this end of the floor. It's McNabb on the left wing, guarded by Wilson. Up top of the key, up to Wathen. Goes right corner. They get it down low. Nice possession there. They get it to the corner. On the other side, it's ballooned back up to McNabb. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. McNabb drives in. Nice bounce pass there. Finds a cutting Matkins, and she lays it in off the glass. So McNabb's had a nice few assists tonight, Alec, in finding those cutting Raiders.
And we've seen them do a lot of that tonight. They love to backdoor cut or just cut to the hoop if they don't have the ball, and we've seen it result in a lot of open looks. So just something that Rapids probably worked on a lot this year and has success with, as Landry Wilson hits a three from the right side. That ESD logo putting her up to, I believe, 8 points now as Brookings trails 23-52 with 1:09 left to go here in the third.
And they got a timeout from the Raiders. We'll take a 30-second timeout ourselves. You're listening to Bobcat Girls Basketball, Kid Country 102.3, back in 30 seconds.
Questions about your retirement deserve more than just a call center. Hi, I'm Jeff Fish, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. Let me show you the difference personal attention can make when it comes to your goals. Contact me today at 605-697-7762. That's 697-7762. Personal attention. That's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter action here with just over a minute to go. It's the Rapid City Stevens Raiders with a 52-23 lead against the Brookings Bobcats on this second doubleheader day here in Bob Josted Gym as they set up their offense. It's the corner. It's Kiefer there, guarded by Sheridan. They get it down low to Wathen. Wathen back up to McNabb. She's guarded by Cunningham. Back to the right side, Wathen. Goes corner again. Doesn't take the shot there. Goes to Wathen. Back to the right side. It was Matkins not expecting the pass, but handled it. Then we get a three-point opportunity from Wathen. She's hit one earlier and hits another one right here. She's up to 8 points today, and now the lead over 30 again here for the Raiders, Alec.
And again, a little confusion there. It looked like on the zone, I think somebody wasn't wasn't where they were supposed to be as the ball is stolen. Macy Wathen steals it from Logan Smith. But again, if you're going to be in a zone, and we've already said this afternoon, you just have to know where you're supposed to be at. Shelsta was way too high that last time, and again, I think everybody was just out of place, which led to that wide open three for Wathen.
The ball was tipped away there, ends up in the hand of Matkins, and they get it to the top of the key to McNabb. Again, approaching the 10-second mark on the game clock. Shot clock is off, so it looks like the Raiders will hold it here as they approach underneath now to the 5-second mark. Again, another nice bounce pass there. It was down low to Balloon and blocked out of the way by Shelsta. Smith pushes to the other side, a running three-point shot just inside the half-court line, cannot get it to fall, and after 3 quarters here, it's a 55-23 lead for the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. We'll take a 1-minute break here. You're listening to Bobcat Girls Basketball on K-Country 102.3. Welcome back, everybody. Again, getting ready for this 4th quarter to start. We've got 8 more minutes here, and it's a 32-point lead for the Rapid City Stevens Raiders over the Brookings Bobcats. Again, if you're listening to this ball game, feel free to stick around for the next one. We've got the boys varsity team coming up after this, roughly around 4 o'clock if everything's on time, and it should be, Alex.
It should be, yeah, and like we said, a nice afternoon for basketball. The doubleheader, two last night, 2 this afternoon. Just good atmosphere to have, crowds for both boys and girls in one gym on a beautiful weekend. Cold, but beautiful weekend.
Yes, Devine checks in for Brookings. They go top of the key. That is Delzer. Delzer to the left side over to the freshman Porter. Porter going against Sheridan. They go right side to Brittany Jones, who checked in over the timeout break. They go left side over to Matkins. Matkins drives down low. Nice bounce pass there to Porter. The freshman lays it in. Good positioning there and a nice touch from the freshman as this lead continues to extend now. It's a 57-23 lead for the Rapid City Stevens Raiders.
Exactly. And again, going into this 4th quarter, Coach McClagan probably told his girls, let's just, it all comes back to limiting the turnovers. Likely not going to, come back from this 34-point deficit. So again, work on the small things. What can they really do these final 7 minutes and 8 seconds to prove that they learned something from the previous 3 quarters?
Thought about a 3-pointer in the quarter. It was Porter. The freshman doesn't take it. Goes back top of the key over to Delzer. Back to Porter on the right.
Number 20, Andrew Wilson. Number 14, Ellen. This guy.
That bonus 1-and-1 to slowly, just see the ball go through the basket. I think that just builds confidence for the girls, for the team, knowing that yes, they still have what it takes to score, and whether it's free throws or shots inside the paint, something to surmount or come back from this 34-point deficit.
Nice pass there. It was Shelsta who got it over to Gracie Sheridan, and she was almost too open there, Alec, as she took the extra step and laid it in, but got called for the travel. And I was just going to say before that, the Bobcats, they've only had before that travel there, they only had 6 turnovers in the second half, now 7. But again, a much better job from the Bobcats, and that's contributing to the score right now. They've been able to put up a few more shots, get a few more points on the board.
And that's something we talked about too at half. Can they come out here and nice block by
yeah.
Shelsta? Could they come out in the second half and limit those turnovers? And like you said, so far in the second half alone, only 7 turnovers, so 15 less is an amazing difference for the girls from the first to the second half.
I think they just need to get going a little bit quicker at times, and it's Landry Wilson who got a ball screen. She goes back to Gracie Sheridan, trying to get it down low to Shelsta. Good defense there by Matkins, the senior, to get around it and knock it out of bounds. So it's a 57-23 lead here with 5:42 left in the fourth quarter. And it's going to be 16 seconds on the shot clock. I think Jaden Devine might be having a little blood here. Yeah, it looks like maybe a little bit of a blood situation, so she's going to have to sub out, and it'll be Waterman to check in for her with 16 on the shot clock here.
Yeah, I think appeared to have just been a bloody nose, but still
Maybe just got hit.
anytime that situation has to come out. Luckily, it was nothing too serious. Inbounds to Wilson at the top of the key.
Shelsta wide open.
Down low, and they
There we
give it
go.
to her.
Wide
Up with
open.
that left hand, and she finishes. Nice pass from Wilson. Nice finish from Shelsta. 25-57. The Raiders lead with 5:28 left to go in the fourth.
Shelsta in double digits now. She's got 11 points, so leading the way for the Brookings Bobcats. Delzer at the left wing, guarded by Sheridan. Goes right corner over to Higgins. She's guarded by Bisgard. Get it down low to Porter. Almost tipped there by Bisgard. Gets into the hands of Higgins. Goes corner to Delzer. Delzer, one dribble jump shot, just short on that one. Rebound goes to the Brookings Bobcats, and it's Landry Wilson to push it to the other side. And then again, I believe it was Gracie Sheridan not ready on the right wing for that pass, and that's that confidence we talk about. Landry Wilson has all the confidence in the world to take the ball up the court, and I think it was Sheridan expecting her to do so, Alec.
Yeah, I think, like you said, Wilson just has to bring the ball up the court. She's had some good takes here in the second half. She's been aggressive. She needs to continue to do that. So a perfect example right there is just, take the ball yourself, see if you can maybe go coast to coast, but instead try to give it to Sheridan, who wasn't ready, which led to a turnover as Macy Wathen gets away with a double dribble there. They go down low to McNabb, who puts it in for two. Nice extra pass there, and that's something we've just seen all afternoon from the Raiders. That quick ball movement leading to open layups.
McNabb was one of the subs coming in. It was her along with Kiefer and Balloon checking in for the Raiders as they go all the way down to the other side of the pass. And again, almost another double dribble there. It was Jillian Delzer who had the ball, took a dribble, and then kind of dribbled again. And they get a missed shot down low. It goes back to the hands of Delzer. Delzer drives into about three Bobcats there. Someone got a hand on it, and now it's Wilson pushing to the other side with Bobcats. Waterman takes it down to the other side. It was tipped away from her, and then it kind of casually going after it there. It was still a few feet left there for the ball to roll, and it was good hustle from Wathen, who almost saved it from going out of bounds, but couldn't quite do so. And now we've got some subs for Brookings as Smith is back in, Maltby's back in, and Hamrick is back in for them. 3:54 remaining in this ball game. It's a 59-27 lead for the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Hamrick at the top of the key, a bounce pass to Waterman, stolen from Delzer. Delzer takes it coast to coast. Had a chance to lay it in with the right hand, couldn't get it to go. It gets knocked around, and then it's Bisgard and I believe it was Kiefer, and I want to say, I was going to say it fell. Kiefer was laying on the baseline. The ball hit her in the back, so by rule, she is out of bounds with possession, and it goes to the Bobcats. So a little bit of fortune there for Brookings. But again, it's a 9-1 here. Watertown yesterday, who is no slouch, and this is a dangerous team in the next month or so, Alec.
It is a very dangerous team, and thinking ahead to March, no matter where you're at in that Sodex 16. But if Rapid continues to play the way they do, they will find themselves up towards the top. And if Brookings can get in to that Sodex 16, this could be another matchup that we possibly see in March as DeVergston draws the foul and connects for a potential three-point play.
Great offense there by the Bobcats. It was Devine who was on the left wing, had a great bounce entry pass to DeVergston and a strong finish from her, which is great to see. DeVergston, the lone free throw, gets it to rattle in. So DeVergston 3 points on the afternoon. So Bobcats starting to get a few more scores. They're just going to have to get those few more to get to double digits, as it's a 61-33 lead here with 2 minutes left in the ballgame. They go right corner to Jones. Jones guarded by Waterman, goes top of the key, left wing over to Higgins. Higgins drives to the free throw line, kicks it back out to Gabby Love. Gabby Love hit the side of the backboard on her first three-pointer, and she knocks down the second one. So again, a little bit of a jack-even effect there, Alec.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, you missed your first, but you love to see shooters who got to keep shooting. It's going to be an almost turnover. Good hustle by Jaden Devine. Going to be a jump ball. It'll be Raiders basketball. But yeah, anytime you see a shooter airball one, that instantly goes into their mind of, terrible shot. Do they want to keep shooting? So you love to see them continue to shoot because, again, you're not going to see the ball go in the hoop if you just stop. So, again, you like to see her keep shooting as Love connected on that three.
It's a 31-point lead here. Nice defense there from Cunningham to knock it out of bounds. The intended receiver there was Fierro, the 5'7" junior. So it'll be an inbounds play from the left sideline. So a little bit of a break here, Alec. Again, what's your grade for the Bobcat girls today so far in this matchup with approaching the end of the game?
Again, saw a much, I would say, better performance in the second half. It's going to be a Cunningham just had a little too much body.
Nice cut there from Fierro.
Nice cut, so they'll send Fierro to the line for two. But again, we've done a lot of it this year with the girls, just looking at both halves. The first half was not what they wanted. Too many turnovers, too many offensive rebounds, not enough shots. So to compare the two, the second half has gone better. Yes, they still have some turnovers. They didn't have as many offensive. They looked a little better. Wilson was more aggressive. Shelsta had her layups. So I think the Bobcats were, like I said, pleased to have this second half. Whereas if the roles would have been reversed, I know if they had finished the game like they did the first half, it would have just been a damper on the start of a doubleheader.
Fierro goes scoreless from the free throw line. It was DeVoe looking for a cover in Devine, and now she takes it herself. Goes Devine in the corner, three-point shot. Jaden Devine, no good there, just long, and then it goes out of bounds. So not a bad shot there again. Devine, you don't see her shoot a lot. You see her kind of dish out the assists or be a little more aggressive. So nice to see her get a shot up here, and it was on target, just a little bit long there on that three-pointer.
Yeah, and especially at this point in the game, anytime you're open, it's a good chance to get shots up. I'm not saying you have to throw everything up, but yeah, she was open in the corner. And there was Jones who tried to go left wing over to Fierro, just out of her reach. So it's going to be a turnover, and the Raiders giving Brookings the ball back with 47 seconds to go here in the fifth.
So we'll see if the Bobcats can finish on a strong note here in this game. But it was a nice defensive stop there from Fierro. It was Cunningham trying to go over the top, and she tipped it away with the right hand and came up with it. So a turnover there for the Bobcats. And again, it's a foul on the way to the other side. So it will be inbound from the left sideline. Again, the Bobcats still have a foul to give until the bonus here. 35 seconds. It's a 31-point lead for the Raiders here to finish off this game. Wide open. Gabby Love. She already hit one three-pointer off the mark there. Rebound to Cunningham. So the Bobcats get the push now with the shot clock turned off on the other side. Top of the key to Cunningham. Gets through her hands. Reconnects with the ball. Nice handoff to Jaden Devine. Again, we talked about her aggressiveness. Got into the lane there. A nice look. Couldn't get it to fall. And then ends up in the hands of Brittany Jones. And again, she's just going to take it all the way coast to coast. I kind of thought maybe she'd hold up there. Now with 5 seconds on the game clock. And now it's Devine going all the way to the other side. And it's Devine. On that side right before the buzzer. And that cuts into a 21-point lead at the final of this game. So final 64-35. Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Again, stick around with us. We've got boys basketball coming up here in about 20 minutes or so. So we'll take a look here. Hopefully head coach Mitch McClain can join us and we'll get a few words from him. You're listening to Bobcat Sports on Big Country 102.3. Back in 4 minutes.